What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, Itumeleng Football Channel. We're back again. Another video. Today we have updates on two players, on two positions. Of course, Kaizer Chiefs, the goalkeeping position and the position in the strikers. One of the three front of Kaizer Chiefs, especially the position of Khama Billiat. But we're first going to speak about the goalkeeping department of Kaizer Chiefs. There is an update, of course. We saw there were players of Kaizer Chiefs that were training. These players are back in training, preparing for the game against the Golden Arrows that will be on the 19th of March on my birthday, and I hope Kaizer Chiefs wins that game. Otherwise, it would ruin my birthday. But yeah, and there's also an update from Hugo Bros, the Bafana coach, that he had selected Bruce. If you had selected, Brandon Petersen as one of the 29 men to represent Bafana, and then he had to cut the number to 23. Part of the reasons why Brandon Petersen was removed is the fact that he has an injury, and Bruce Zuma, still from Kaizer Chiefs, will be part of the goalkeepers that will represent Bafana in against France and Belgium. And so yeah man, we still have quite a lot of players that represent Bafana, especially in the goalkeeping department. We still have Akpei that is selected for Nigeria in the national team. We still have Khune that could still make his return if a coach was not Hugo Bros. Another coach would still pick Itumeleng Khune for his experience, for the fact that he's still a very good goalkeeper. We saw him in the DSTV Compact Cup. Hugo Bros had to cut him out because of injury, and for me it's a huge blow. It's a huge blow for Brandon Petersen, huge blow for Kaizer Chiefs. The second league games, he's been number one keeper of Kaizer Chiefs. He's been very good. He's been doing well, and it brings that kind of confidence in the goalpost, and keeping the goalpost of Kaizer Chiefs, whether it's a corner kick, whether it's a cross coming in, whether it's just a chance that comes out of nowhere. You know that this guy is going to make a save. This guy's going to come out and fight for the ball, and is very good in positioning. So he's a very good goalkeeper, Brandon Petersen. But he's one of the guys that I think if we speak about him, you remember when we were called Jimanati FC, part of the players that came from Vets. He's been good from Vets. That is why Gavin Hunt brought him. Part of the players that came from Vets that Kaizer Chiefs couldn't sign because of the transfer ban, and he was able to stick with the club for the whole season, not playing, just training with Kaizer Chiefs. He was able to stick with the club, and he's been loyal to the club, and came into Kaizer Chiefs. When you think about Kaizer Chiefs and the goalkeeping department, you're thinking there's a lot of competition. For me, I thought it's a huge gamble. Thought it's a very huge gamble. If I was Brandon Petersen, I was not gonna wait for my time at Kaizer Chiefs. There was Akpei that was starting and number one keeper for Kaizer Chiefs for 2 seasons, ahead of Itumeleng Khune, probably number one best keeper in Bafana in the history of PSL, the South African keeper, and one of the most kept players in Bafana. I think is only comes second to Aaron Mokoena, and has won a lot of awards. But Akpei was keeping him on the bench, and the second keeper was Bruce Buvuma. If you remember, in the CAF Champions League, Bruce was number one keeper of Kaizer Chiefs, especially towards the end of the CAF. He was number one keeper of Kaizer Chiefs, showed talent. He's a very talented guy. And you have now Brandon Petersen, who comes in to be the fourth choice, and you're thinking, where is this guy going? But his commitment, his patience with the club, I think, has earned him a start, and has been starting, and I can tell you now, he's been a very good keeper. He was trying to cement his place as a number one keeper for Kaizer Chiefs. And at the beginning of the second half of the season, you thought, when we were told that Akpei is not in good condition, and Bruce and stuff, there were doubts around the keeping department. We thought that because of Khune's performance in the DSTV Compact, he was very good. He actually put up a very good show, Itumeleng Khune. We thought Khune is an obvious choice. only to find out no. There's a huge surprise. There's a huge surprise. Brian Petersen has been a very good keeper, and the game against the Orlando Pirates, man, I think the saves that he made against Orlando Pirates, the fact that he's injured, really is a blow for Kaizer Chiefs. But it is a chance for Itumeleng Khune. Personally, I think it's a chance for Itumeleng Khune, and I hope it is a chance for him. He's recently made sentiments that he's willing to stay at Kaizer Chiefs, fight for his place, support the club, support the team, be part of the progress of the club. He wants to be remembered as a legend of the club. And for a guy who has shown so much confidence and so much loyalty to the club, I am hoping that with Brian Petersen injured, Itumeleng Khune will come in. I'm really hoping. But there's still Akpe who's called for the national team. There's still Bruce who's called for the national team. So I don't know if really Khune will be given a chance. I hope he will be given a chance. Let me hear from you. Do you think he deserves a chance right now? And another thing that we need to speak about is Billiat being back from injury. We saw he was pulled out of the game against Orlando Pirates. Was a muscle pull, and it looked bad. According to me, it looked bad. I thought, he's going to miss some games, and there will be struggles. And knowing that Stuart Baxter has always trusted the front three, especially never changed as far as Dolly and Khama Billiat. So, but he's back. Muscle pulls don't take much time to recover, especially if you detect it as early as possible. So, I'm thinking a game against Golden Arrows is going to start. And here's my opinion, and it has always been my opinion, is that with Stuart Baxter, here's the problem, is that you must live with the fact that the lineup of Kaizer Chiefs will never change. The whole season is going to play with one team. The rest of the season, the changes that will come in, and that's how he does his business. That's how he goes about his business, and it works for him. But for me, it shouldn't be the case. You need players to be on standby. You need the players that are on the bench to be on standby. You need to give them game time, a little bit of game time. You need to give them that kind of opportunity, especially when the team is winning. Even when the team is not winning, is under pressure, we're trying to get a goal. Put in some players, give them a chance like he did with Kgaugelo, like it now is doing with Bakas. Remember, we'd already written Bakas out of Kaizer Chiefs. Look at his performance right now. Every time he comes in, he improves the team. So there's two players that should be, given a chance in Kaizer Chiefs. Dumisani Zuma is number one. His fans' favorite, and is my favorite. And Kgaugelo Sekgota is option number two. That in the front three, they need to be given a chance. They need to be given a chance. In case Dolly gets injured, you need someone to come in ready. You need someone to come in, with a game time. You can't get confidence. You can't acquire confidence. You can't improve your game in training. You need the game time. You need the minutes in the game. You need the experience in the game. You need to experience situations in the game that will expose you to experience, that will expose you to mistakes, that you learn from, and then you can contribute into the club. So I'm thinking, knowing Stuart Baxter, Billiat will start. But if it was another, reasonable coach, you would give Sekgota a chance. You saw Sekgota when he came in against Orlando Pirates. That guy needs game time. He's a very good attacking player. He creates spaces. He runs with the ball. He takes players on. That's what we need. That is what we need, really. He's very creative. And you would give Dumisani Zuma a chance. He's not been playing. We know there were issues around behavior and stuff like that. But that is over and done with. And his contract is ending June. So you want to give him a chance. If you want to get rid of him, at least there are teams that are willing to bring him in, knowing his potential, knowing his talent. He's still 26. It's not yet over. It's not yet over. So I'm hoping Dumisani Zuma gets a chance. I'm hoping Sekgota gets a chance. I'm hoping for a change in the game against the Golden Arrows. But let me hear from you, man. I think we should continue with the front three. Not change Billiat. It's difficult to change Billiat, knowing what he gives to the team. His last goal against what you call against Baroka, last minute goal against Baroka. That's what Billiat gives in that team. But we think maybe it's time to introduce other players in case, these guys, your muscles fatigue and stuff like that. You need other players, you need them confident, you need them into the club. We think it's time to introduce other players into, maybe Billiat can come in later or can start, and then 60 minutes, 70 minutes, take him out, introduce other players. You think Itumeleng Khune should start now that Petersen is injured, or Bruce is the obvious choice, or Daniel Akpe. Otherwise, from me, Itumeleng Football Channel, Kaiser Chiefs Football Channel, football from the fans' perspective. Love and peace, Bafethu.